Hello guys and welcome back to What If Civilization Started Over. We are now on episode 7, which is quite high, I must say myself. So yeah, let's get right into the episode. As you can see, we've added like major cities, more provinces, all the usual. So yeah, let's see what's going on. The Caribbean team is going to firstly expand our claim in Florida, even reaching up to this lake right here and getting a border with this lavender team. They're going to expand along the coast and they're eventually going to reach the Texan puppet state. And then they're just going to continue out a bit more. And then they will make a deal with this pink team that they get everything like this here and they get everything over here. So they're going to start to put an emphasis on that boundary by slowly going up their wall. Well, they haven't really built a wall. Maybe they will, like the Great Wall of America. Oh yeah, that's a good one. But what we actually see happening is a new country is going to form right here in the middle of everything. And they just, that's the chill guy. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, so yeah, just gonna spawn here, and they don't really want to get involved in anything. They just want to be neutral and stuff, and be a country. So yeah, they're gonna own all of this territory and stuff, and then stop expanding. Over here, though, we do see the Texan puppet state expand downwards into this area, trying to take some land because they've got nowhere else to go. They're going to take over all of this land and they're going to expand down into this area here. Finally, this dark pink team is going to take ownership of the last parts over here. So now we have this part of America fully divided up. Wow! So what we see here is this country expand even more, going into these territories right here, and slowly snaking up the coast right here, and into this area right here. Boom. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot we need to do our daily Britain update. So what we see happening is we see this country get involved in a little turmoil over here, and they're going to start invading into them as revenge. So the green team actually had a secret alliance with this team, allowing them to push into here, take this area, and eventually take all of these lands here. We're actually going to see a push for independence here, and eventually we're going to see a new Wales team coming out. They're going to take all of this land. Due to all the turmoil happening, they're going to be able to take back this province over here. Meanwhile, in Scotland, a new Orange Scotland is going to start a rebellion here. And, wait, hold on a second. Let me just get rid of this capital. It's actually going to be this team who got isolated on this island. It's actually going to be this team in disguise. So now they're back. And our final event is going to be over here when this Irish team also starts to invade this team. It's going to take both of these provinces, and this Irish team is going to take the rest. And eventually, the borders are going to settle on something that looks like this. Boom. Everything is happy now, isn't it? So wonderful and amazing. Hold on, I need to put some capital. I need to put a new capital down. It's going to be on this major city here. Boom. Yay. Anyways, I also need to put a capital on this country right here. And I'll put it right about here. There we go. That looks beautiful, doesn't it? Anyways, what's going to happen next is we're going to see, we're going to see this Texan country start a special military operation into this country right here. People are going to be confused on this, and even the Green Mexicans are going to be a little worried about this. And they're just going to say they wanted more land, which I guess makes sense because they're not really that strong after the whole this country incident, but still a bit worrying. As they continue more into the country, the pink country will plead to the Floridan country to get involved, but the Caribbean country, even though they had a really good relation, doesn't want to really get involved. But that all changes when a little shootout happens here, leading to an invasion, which triggers this country really a lot, and they start to support them and send their troops into the country. So yeah, they just retaliate a lot. This is also going to lead to the puppet state getting involved, which doesn't happen every day, does it? Yeah, it's going to invade into this area. It's going to invade into this area here and try and take as much land as it can. And invading into their invasion. And now, with aid pouring in through the Caribbean country, it's going to be able to get a nice foothold in this area and invade into here. Now the Texan country will be like, we want a peace treaty, man, which the pink team will accept, but the Caribbean team is not having any of it. They're going to go full invasion mode and take all of this land. And we'll start invading into the puppet. The Texan team is like threatening, but they're like, what are you going to do about it? So, yeah, the capital is taken, and eventually the Texan puppet eventually decides to give up. Anyways, let's see this peace treaty. So yeah, while I was doing this, I also wanted an ideology map, so it's very cool. I'll look at this again later. So yeah, so in the peace treaty, we see Texas took over most of these areas, while the Floridans, why do I call them Caribbean country? Well, I guess they are more Floridans. The Caribbean takes over all of this area, all of the puppet. So, sucks to not have a puppet, man, but couldn't care less, man. Anyways, we're going to see this Californian country expand upwards to this country. And they're going to be on pretty peaceful terms, to be honest. Like, no reason to be hostile anyways. And this country will also fully meet up with this country right here. And once again, it's going to be peaceful. It's going to be peaceful. Like, why would you be mad at each other? Like, it's meant to be peaceful. You haven't done anything to each other. So yeah, they're going to take over most of these areas here. While this country also wants to get in with some of that. And they're going to cut it into half. Meanwhile, a new state will form here. And they are going to be terrorists. Sorry, man. And they want to have coast. And what they want, they're going to get. So they're going to form multiple rebellions in these areas over here. And they're going to try and get all of this coast here. So yeah, let's see how this war goes. We just jumped straight into it, man. Yeah, they're going to start invading into the Californian country. And all of these countries combined. They're going to offer peace with this country since they don't really need them. And they're going to definitely take it. So all of their troops will withdraw from this area here. So yeah, now they're going to be fighting it against the Californian country and this team with the power of terrorism. It's a very bad power, but it's a very effective power, I must say. They're going to quickly make a stronghold in these areas right here, making it nearly impossible to break through. But nothing's impossible apparently, because these countries are about to break through. They're going to get to this territory right here. It's going to meet up with this territory right here. The terrorists will easily just accept peace, but the Californians will not accept it. Like millions of people are sent there to fight on the front lines. And they managed to take over this blob right here. And take over more land. Yeah, more land equals better. But more pockets will start up in many areas right here. And they will start to affect many people around the border to join them in their terroristic acts. People are very easily pushed into someone's favour. And a new pocket will start up right here. This country will try as hard as it can to break into the lines, which they do okayishly, and they also manage to destroy this country as a whole, and they also make small gains into here. This country, the terrorists are going to make great gains meeting up with this area, and effectively they're going to get rid of the people in this area. They're going to effectively push more people to terroristic ways. And eventually the Californians are going to ask for... Actually, no, they're not, because they're goats, apparently. Yeah, they literally just... When the terrorists ask for peace, they literally just say no. Like, they're not having it. They're going to get all the way ahead before the Californians actually accept their peace. So let's see the terrorism's treaty. Dun, dun, dun. In this treaty, we see that the terrorists got everything they wanted. And they even had some escapes, which aren't very good. But another thing to note is that they're the first controlled anarchy state. What I mean by that is, it's anarchy, but it's controlled anarchy. If you catch what I mean. If you catch my gist, bro. You catch my gist. So, yeah. We're not going to be looking at that in a hot while. So, boom, now we have a map. But what I want to do now is power rankings. We don't do power rankings very much, so... why don't we just do them, you know? Do something fun for a change. So, first we have... It is going to be... Oh god, that's a tough choice actually. It's going to be California. Yes, they may have lost the war to the terrorists, but the terrorists are terrorists, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we have the Calis. In second place, I'd say that goes to the Brazilians. Yep. And then in third, that would go to the Amazonian Empire. So yeah, I'm going to make it look like that. The Amazon Empire. Next up, in fourth place, we're going to have the red team. Yeah, they're pretty strong. In fifth place, I'd give that to probably Mexico. In sixth place, like the brown Mexico, by the way. And in sixth place, I'd have to give that to probably the lavender team. In seven, I'd probably give that to the Caribbean. And in eighth place, I'd give that to the terrorists. The reason they won that is because they funded so many attacks everywhere and also convinced a lot of people. So in terms of army, they're pretty low, but in terms of capabilities, they're pretty high, I'd say. And then we have ninth place, which would be Texas, definitely. Sounds like an obvious choice to me. And in 10th place, we have probably the green team. Yeah, green team. Green team makes sense. 11th, we'd go with... Oh, that's a tough one. I think that's going to Mid-America or something. The pinks. The mid-peas. Yeah, the mid-peas. In 12th, we have... let's give that over to green Mexico. I feel like this is very unbalanced and I've just forgotten a bunch of countries, but whatever, man. Make up your own. This is just what I think. Could be wrong, could be right, In 13th place, this is going to go over to the the first country I'm at outside of the Americas, which is South Africa. 14th, we're going to give this to another country outside of the Americas, which is going to be this French country. And finally, in 15th, it's going to go to this country right here, which is like a Chile country. So use this information for whatever you want, but that's just my personal power rankings. You can say like, the Amazon Union is first place because of their colony or something. Like, do whatever you want, man. Knock yourself out. Go to the pub and knock yourself out, you know? And that will be it for this episode. I hope you tune in next time for another episode of What If Civilization Started Over?